Let's get the latest on Thailand and more analysis coming from Jacob Ramsay. He's the senior Southeast Asia analyst for Control Risk Group, and he joins us from Singapore with his take on what's going on in Thailand these days. Jacob, good to see you once again. What about this peace and this curfew? It seems to be holding right now, but how long do you think it'll last?
Well, that's right. The government has had a tactical victory in dispersing the protests in central Bangkok, but it's potentially a strategic bungle in the sense that we don't know now whether, well, it seems almost certain that the red shirts will regroup and try and launch attacks elsewhere in the country. So while things might stabilise in the next couple of days in central Bangkok, the military now has to keep an eye out on over 23 different provinces in the north and the northeast where instability could arise.
And what is the risk here, Jacob? I mean, could we see Thailand possibly plunging into civil war? Could we see these outbreaks take place in other parts of the country outside of Bangkok?
It's not such a great leap anymore to consider that as a possibility. Remember, Thailand went through a communist insurgency which lasted until the early 1980s. Now, I think we're still a couple of steps away from that, but certainly pockets of civil unrest in a few cities, particularly Chiang Mai, Khon Kaen, and a couple of others, is very possible at this stage.
Okay, when you say we're a couple of steps away from that, what sort of steps would actually signal to you that we are en route to civil war?
Well, we really need to see what the red shirt militants or these militants that are perpetrating these attacks have for backing, what sort of capability they have, whether they have the weapons and also the organisational capability. We've seen some evidence of that, particularly with these attacks in Bangkok over the last 2 to 3 days. But we really need to see some more organisation before we can really give that some real consideration.
And Jacob, what happens now to the government and Prime Minister Abhisit? Is he going to be able to hold onto office here?
Well, there's been this odd good cop, bad cop relationship between Abhisit and Anupong Palchinda, the army chief, over the last couple of days, with Anupong trying to resist going in for a crackdown against the red shirts. It's an uneasy relationship there between those two players. I think Abhisit will be kept in place because of the convenience of having a figurehead to take the blame for so many deaths and such violence. Remember, the point to make is that Abhisit is going to be seen as the Prime Minister who let Bangkok burn. I think he'll keep in place for at least the short term until things stabilise, but his position now is completely untenable.
Yeah, okay. Well, Jacob, that's a very interesting divergence there. But let me ask you about business leaders and corporate figures in Thailand. I spoke to a few in recent days, and a lot of them have a lot of concerns in terms of doing business right now in Thailand. You have infrastructure being damaged, instability still occurring. It looks to be, unstable for quite a while in the future. What do you say to businesses when they say to you, should I be staying in this country?
Well, businesses who come to Southeast Asia generally see Thailand as a pretty safe bet. It generally rebounds quite quickly from a lot of from these sorts of incidents of instability. But what we're hearing now is companies that were very strongly considering Thailand are now taking a second look. They're holding back, and I think that'll be the normal behaviour for at least the next 6 to 12 months, given that people now really understand that these political problems and the political crisis is not exactly, it's not over yet.
Okay, Jacob, nice talking to you.